Alright, hey everybody, it's AntagonistKim, and we're back with more Disco Elysium. So, after an amazing teleportation event, we are inside the Feld building. We kind of did some looking around last episode because my thought was I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else we could have asked to think that Ruby's down here, or even to confront Ruby about what we think she did. Some evidence and other gut feelings are telling me that Ruby's probably not the one that killed Lely, but we're going to figure that out here, I think, or at least find something really wild in here. Kim found a entrance from under the pier, which I guess we didn't see before. Kim, you have anything else to say before we move on?
Yes?
Okay. And yeah, let's just go in. We had a couple other things to look at. Old file folders, carts, documents silvery with mold. Okay. Up here. A series of thick, dusty glass panes. Box. Ooh, suggestion. Interior dang it. Intersolary suit jacket. Nice. We needed some more suggestion items, right? Okay. What is this? It's a beam with a flashlight, a crevice in the hallway. Oh, hello. Can we go in this way? Nice. Oh, okay. Stale fabric, smell, and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. Okay. Hello. Oh, hey! Revolutionary's hat. Alright, nice. The same slit you saw from outside. Got it. Looks like some cooking stuff here. These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flyers, and brochures.
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary?
Oh, maybe?
This does look like an embrasure, a slit made for shooting out of.
Peek out?
Outside the window, the day is clear, and as mild as can be in early spring.
Kim, could the killer have used this as a hideout?
It's a great place to hide, certainly. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages.
Kim, I can't see the whirlwind and rags. The shot didn't come from here.
Indeed. No one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like thorough.
I do too. Okay, so good.
The lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment, which he glosses over by reasserting control.
Okay, so that updated... was that considered the boardwalk one? Oh, it was. So then check the island for bullet traces. So maybe now that we've checked this off, we'll be able to go to the other island. Okay. And then we got these new clothes, right? Maybe we can use this for Lillian. She might be our last bastion as far as getting the boat we need. So we might have to, like, actually ask her out. And succeed. Alright, let's save again. Let's keep going. What a maze. Boot prints in the sand. One of the soles appears to have been warmer than the other. Ooh, hey, that's what we're looking for. Oh, there's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. Yeah, there's footprints right here. What else we got? The tunnel collapsed. You have to find another way around. Oh man, this is creepy. Okay. It's getting louder, that buzzing sound. Save. Maybe we're both, like, telepaths and we're about to have, like, a psychic battle.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
Like a pain, a strange tingling?
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
Hold on, you really just don't feel anything? I saw them too. Footprints on the right sole were worn smooth.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize.
Boy.
This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
Alright, so we found out that Evart plans to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce about it.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
Do you think whatever happens will affect our cryptozoologists?
You mean Morel? I don't see how cryptozoology and the murder investigation are connected, but the situation in the city will get tense for everyone.
If it gets that tense, the amateur zoologists might not be able to do their job.
They already left. How bad do you think this could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
He smiles in the dark.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
What do you think is waiting for us in there?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Okay, so... Okay, enter the cavern when you're ready. Note, Union and cryptozoology business might end when you... Wait, because we didn't even solve any of that. So should we... Damn, dude, so should we go back and talk to Evart? And what's her name? Yeah, I don't think we solved any of the Union stuff at all. Or are we just gonna let it collapse? I guess we could. Shit. Before we go too far, let's at least talk to Joyce. We'll give her the information we know. Maybe that's something we will at least feel better about that we did. I don't know. Last episode, I kind of had a thought that we should maybe go talk to Evart again because Lizzie was gone and other stuff like that came up in my mind, thinking we should maybe... Damn, guys. Sorry. Let's handle Joyce's thing real quick. Yeah, so we can just enter in through there. That's good. Okay. Let's just do this real quick. It'll ease my mind that I felt like we didn't just miss out on something. I don't know if that means it's gonna stop us from being able to do the other stuff we wanted to do, like the check the island stuff. I mean, it has to more so to do with the murder, so I think we could still probably get away with that, but I have no idea. I've never played this game, so every guess I'm making is as good as it's gonna get. Anything new from you at all? Anything at all?
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Get the drink on. It would be unimaginable for a human female to have sex with a man without alcohol as the master of ceremonies to guide them.
Okay. Where's this going? Absurdly and pointedly phrased. You can be quite funny, officer. Anyway, what did you want?
She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now.
Damn, I didn't mean to do that, guys. Sorry. The rest of that. Where's our load save? Shit, are you kidding me? Damn. Okay. We're just gonna continue, I think. I have another point I can use. Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Oh?
This whole thing is a takeover.
A takeover?
Yes, it's not a strike. You're being let in because there's nothing to negotiate. The Union is taking the terminal. He's told me so in his own words. He's taking it. He's also uses the drug trade to finance the harbor.
Taking it?
She looks towards the colorful mountain of crates, like a toy boat, like toy blocks raising above Martinez.
Green livery, changing into red, blot by blot. Like a cancer of the blood, metastasizing.
Then we're talking about a war. Evart needs to let me into the harbor at once. We need to talk about this.
He's ready for war, they all are. I can ask him to let you in, I mean...
No. It's naive of me. He sent you. This is the negotiation now. And if he does not avert his course, it will be a war negotiation, detectives.
I mean, I feel bad for Joyce. I know she had these mercenaries, but it's really like a whole group of people against them. But I also can see why maybe some people wouldn't side with Joyce because she's like big corpo, right? But Evart's also a piece of shit taking advantage of decent people to get his in-game. War's their goal. They think they can win before you even know it started.
An insane goal. Cornell has 1,000 men on their payroll. The next batch will be a platoon of 20 men and a gunship. You can't simply trick them.
I've seen the Union's forces. They are better organized than these mercenaries. They also have the support of the people of Revachol West. It will take more than Cornell to wipe them out. Wild Pines will need to send more and better equipped men. Make no mistake, ma'am. I am sure you have the money. The question is, how many years and how many lives are you willing to sacrifice?
What do you suggest I do?
Okay. I did not think this would go into this. I thought we would just tell her and then it would side into something else. But, you know, this game is always a lot more than we think. First, will this affect your decision-making process? It's not the RCM's job to make these decisions. The workers should have the harbor. Cut off the snake's head. Everett's pushing all this. It's a bluff. Call it. Have them open fire and see how long they last. Bring in everything you have and wipe them from the face of the earth. It's apocalypse o'clock. Time to convince the gloaming. Jeez, I wish there was a disco option. I wish there was a disco option too. I mean, honestly, Everart's the problem. He's pushing all this.
Like the previous leaders of the Union were assassinated. I suspect by Evart and Edgar themselves.
She considers it.
I admit there's some poetry in the idea, and like poetry, it's also useless. There would still be Edgar. They factored it in. The Union is them, and they are Martinez.
So what are we going to do?
What will I do?
She says slowly as she turns around.
Her arms fall to her sides. Her spine relaxes.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our reality lowdown?
You said you would one day.
It may be the only break we've ever caught as a species. The last one for 400 years.
Why?
The nations who colonized this Isola called theirs Muindi, the world. It was all they knew, all they thought would be. That there would be something more was a gamble, akin to another world, or life after death. The Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Irene la Navigateur, the Queen of Suren, sent 8 expeditions, one after the other, into the mass at the edge of the world. 5 of the crews did not return. 2 did, but had lost their minds.
Each of those expeditions would have been led by an admiral. Sounds like a purge. Like she was purging her political rivals.
Sounds political.
There was no precedent for such an undertaking. People thought she was punishing the admirals, or had gone mad, or both. Until after years of trial and error, and the development of a strict psychological regime imitating the creation process of poetry,
Called Volta Doma, or Return from the Sea.
the 8th expedition returned sane and intact. They told of a new continent of matter. They told the Queen and her counsellor, Dolores Day, that the Pale had begun to condense, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute,
Okay.
slowly raining down until it formed a vast ocean.
All right.
The air is cold and scented with petrichor. There are rain circles on water all around. Humidity crawls up your back like a piano trill.
Put your hand in the rain.
So does the lieutenant. His mouth is slightly open as he looks to the sky. The droplets feel warm, like spring rain.
This ocean?
The phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "Lancielinde, Lancielinde," the signal to wake up. But they could not. They were sane and conscious, as islands began to appear on the horizon. There are 78,000 uninhabited islands in the Insulindian archipelago, officer. The freckled face of God.
She smiles.
You've thought it a million times.
Afterlife, death. Yeah, afterlife, death. No, afterlife, death. After death, life again. After the world, the Pale. After the Pale, the world again.
A total shift in human comprehension of reality. On the second day, a great skua was shot down above the flagship Lysergique. The bird was preserved and brought back, along with pollen. 4 years later, the Queen's counsellor was proclaimed Her Innocence Dolores Day, the elected world spirit. The age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. We were high.
Leaving us here, the great school was the first bird they saw, and this was the last break we got. It's raining. What will we do? Leaving us here.
On Caillou, the Pebble, the largest of the fertile, uninhabited islands of the northeast Insulindian archipelago. 4 centuries and 2 revolutions later.
And this was the last break we got.
The nations of Mundi proceeded to discover 5 more Isolae. Or they discovered us. All in the rush of the great inter-Islary reconnection. But these others weren't uninhabited. We had to kill people there. Wipe out indigenous populations. Gunboat economies. Or they came to do the same for us. Or had done to each other. But here,
She spreads her arms.
there was no one but the skua, the Liliat Sea, and the Blood Beach, and the River Esperance. It was the new world. The Mondials used it to amass the greatest concentration of wealth mankind has ever seen. Revachol, the suzerain,
What happened after that?
revolution, poverty, and the mercurial rise of capitalism.
Right, what will you do then?
I will surrender Terminal B to the Union.
Is that within your means?
She puts her hand in the rain. She's silent for a second.
We will see.
Ma'am, this may well unravel property law this side of the river. If that occurs, we may never see the end of this kind of confrontation. The next time there will be 2 strikes, then 4, then 100.
What happens will happen.
She takes the end of her rain-slick hand and starts untying the knot.
The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person. We will amputate and cauterize Martinez. If you handle the situation on the ground.
We, she generally avoids the term with her employers.
There are no employers. She's a member of the board, probably a partner.
You are the Wild Pines. There are no employers.
You are the citizens' militia. There are no superiors.
She turns the robe in hand. I mean, I have superiors, though.
That's right, detective. And next time, you should confer with them before you go setting events in motion.
Ah, don't be like that, guys.
Despite his words, he's not really sure whether to be annoyed with you or not. Events are already in motion. Whether your actions accelerated or momentarily retarded their progress, even the lieutenant cannot really say.
Okay, even after all this time, I still don't really understand who you are and what your angle is. I answer for my own actions. I don't hide behind a faceless organization. True.
Here I am. I am the face, and I'm here to answer. Rejoice Layton.
So you're going now?
Yes, Mr. Clare has a 2-month head start. I can't let it grow any bigger. And I've exhausted all my options from here.
All right.
Keep the peace, and I will keep my end of the bargain.
How far along is Crenell's investigation?
A confrontation is imminent. They have followed in your footsteps. As your investigation reaches a climax, so does theirs. They are your shadow. Arm yourselves. Armor. Protect their targets. Violence may be unavoidable, but we can limit the casualties.
When will they make their move and where?
Soon. I do not know precisely. They have cut off all communication, you see. They know I've been feeding you information. One last thing, Lieutenant Dubois. I've given the matter much thought and come to this conclusion. You're not an amnesiac. You're insane. I know, because I, too, am insane. I just hide my illness better. And I'm rich.
Isn't everybody a little insane?
No, Detective. No one's as insane as you.
Don't worry, madame. I am very sane.
How do you do it? How do you keep it together, Joyce?
The same strict psychological regimen the 8th Admiral developed when he crossed the Pale and discovered this Isola. The Volta do Mar. It's used by inter-Easlary travelers and other troubled souls, even to this day.
You could use a little of it yourself.
Rejoice Layton. Goodbye, neither creature of the forbidden swamp. So you're overradiated like me?
I'm overexposed, baby. My travels take me through the Pale dozens of times a year. I've got the longing. And I've got it bad.
She points to her heart.
She would die to return to it. The Pale, the past, anything one can return to.
Alright, well, goodbye, Joyce.
Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
She smiles.
The lieutenant watches her boat grow smaller on the bay, its white sails fluttering. With worry in his eyes, he does not know if it was the right thing to do, but he doesn't say anything. You wonder what Evart has to say about this. Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
Alright. So, where does this go from here? I mean, we're back to 2 skill points. It makes me feel a little better. It does let us internalize this. Where was that one that we could... That doesn't really give us anything. Or did I miss it? I mean, it's not necessarily saying we can or cannot go talk to Evart. I mean, I kind of want to see what he has to say, but I also feel like it's a bad idea.
Ivy's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind.
Alright. Let's fast travel, I guess. This episode kind of went a different way than I thought. I wasn't expecting it just to end stuff with the Union things. Let's save again, just in case. We'll travel over to here. Let's see if other stuff is different. See if Measurehead or anyone else stops us, but I have a feeling they're probably not going to. Do you have anything new to say, or Lady left? Your hiree.
Right to work!
Okay. Let's just boogie up here. Unfortunately, it's going to take us a hot minute to get over here. God, let's see if he goes crazy. He's gonna freaking go crazy or something. I just know it. He's gonna be pissed off that we told her. He's gonna finally break under the pressure of stuff not going his way. This could be so bad. This is gonna be so bad. At least I have my gun now, so if we have to defend ourselves, I guess we're gonna do it. I don't know what's best for weapons. Probably hand-eye coordination, but that could be a wrong assumption. Let's save again. Holy shit, let's go. Is Lizzie in here? I don't even know where Lizzie went. Alright, Evart, buddy. Save again.
So, the ship has sailed. Did you see it? I know you did. Tell me, what did it look like as it grew smaller and smaller when that mainsail dropped behind the horizon?
There's a mean little light in its eyes.
Did it look like a germ? Did it look like a piece of bacteria?
You get a sinking feeling. Oh my god, you've been played.
Shit. Ah. We shouldn't have even done anything. Shit, dude. Oh. Well. Lesson learned. I mean, hey, this is how this game goes. Oh well. Yeah, it sort of did look like a bacteria growing smaller and smaller. No, it looked like a boat sailing away. No need to be overly dramatic.
You wanted us to relay all this information to her.
The lieutenant cuts in.
That this is a takeover? That I want a war? God, I hope you also told her about the drug trade. They absolutely hate getting their hands dirty with that. You can kill 1 million people, but if you do something the police doesn't like, well, then you're out of the yacht club. Goodbye, you inhuman fuck.
Oh, here we go. Now I know Now I know why you've been so forthcoming. So this was your plan all along, for me just to relay the information to her then?
Harry, I can't see into the future. We are all playing by ear on this planet. I had no idea she'd react so strongly.
But you did want me to do that, though.
I did. I knew the negotiations would go better with police officers telling her horror stories from inside the harbour. It's scarier this way. Turns out it was a magnificent strategy. I never thought it'd so fundamentally fuck her up.
So you used me then?
Harry, you made a conscious decision to relay that information to her. You could have kept it for yourself.
He used my intellectual curiosity against me, he did. But she told me a beautiful story about the discovery of insulin. But she said she's insane like me.
Against you? Oh, Harry, I'd like to think I used it for you.
It was interesting. No arguing against that.
I mean, you made us do it. You made me second guess finding what's-her-name. She told me a beautiful story about the Insulendi, though.
Of course she did. Rich people have the best stories. About all the interesting things they've done and seen. All the beautiful places they've been to. It's just sentimentalism. She can afford to be sentimental, and she can afford to lose as well.
So what's gonna happen next?
What was always going to happen? We take the harbour and she fucks off to Ozon, uncorks a bottle of wine, calls her partners, and says they need to distance themselves from this nasty business before the big shit spinner splashes everyone. Only difference is the Union doesn't have to lose 2,000 men to machine gun fire.
You could have just told me I would have been on board. Damn, Evart, I was hoping I'd somehow get to fuck you over in the end. No other way around it. But I swore fealty to her. I have a bad taste in my mouth. You better make sure that this ends up saving lives.
That it will, Harry. That it will. As to the bad taste, please, you're not a sommelier. You're a cop. You knew something. Something big. And you wanted to see what happens when you tell someone. So you told her. Anyone who's ever been close to power will tell you. Inside information is the sweetest thing in the world. It's better than money. It's better than pussy. Money only makes you special for some salesmen. Pussy only makes you special for yourself. Information makes you special for all mankind. It's the ticket to history. Right on, Harry. What you did was participate in history. When history calls, you have to pick up. You had no choice. None of us ever do. A hard disco cop like you, I knew you weren't one to resist temptation.
You know what, Detective? I am going to leave this out of my report, and I suggest you leave it out of yours too.
Just look at the three of us. The three careless boyaderos. Good times, good times.
So what now?
Now there's a whole lot of work to do. For me and for you. I suppose there was a reason you came here, so let's get to it. What can I help my best friend and comrade with today?
Shit, no. Damn, dude. I don't know if I'll ever pick up this game again. Hear me out. I'm almost tempted to go back before we talk to Joyce and see if we just come back to him and see if we can't, or maybe not even talk to Joyce at all. We're already 31 minutes in. Do we? Just to see? We can always come back here. Holy shit, hold on. Where was this at? Does it just do hard saves? No, it's only way far back. Because what is this? 3-7? Oh no, at noon. That was a long time ago. Shit. Well. That was not something I was expecting. Oh well. Let's solve our murder. I guess there was no super war. I don't know if other people made the super war a thing, or if that even happens. I guess we couldn't have told Joyce and they would have duked it out, but I'm not sure if that was any better, but now we're helping this guy deal with his shit. Man, this makes me kind of sad. But hey, like I said, this game is meant to put you in different directions, meant to make you pick different choices and do what you think is the right thing to do. I didn't like Evart, and my hope was that I didn't think she would just straight up leave, to be honest, but I guess I should have known better with the thought that she's just some rich person and she's not going to pick up a gun herself, right? You know? Oh well, you guys saw me do the good guy run. I tried. I wanted to make it a thing, but I guess I'm not smart enough for that. It's okay. Although I feel like...
Right to work!
Because we never really found the other person for this either. Hold on. Did that other person just light up just now? No. Alright. Man, I hate this. Is there anything we can do here? Except tattle on ourselves? I'm not going to do that.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that. 10.
Alright. I thought. I just want to see if anything else was there. Let's go in front of this. Let's at least fast travel back to where we need to go. Unless we think Titus and them would say anything new after talking to Evart. I doubt it.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
Very well then. Alright, well. Oh well. Oh freaking well. I'm sure you guys were like internally screaming like, no, don't do it. What have you done? The game's tricking you into doing this. Don't even think about doing it. And I did. I did in fact do it. I doubt that opened up anything for her. I don't know how we're supposed to get to the other side of the waterway. Maybe once we speak to Ruby that'll change, but for right now, I guess we'll pop into the secret route. You should take out your flashlight. Yes. I already had that idea when we first came in. Maybe we'll find some more cool stuff. Maybe a second round in here? Hold on. So I don't think what's kind of nuts here is I don't think Evart even cared about... He used the murder thing as a diversion from all this. And in truth, I wasn't, I guess, trying to solve the murder. Damn, I can't believe that it went this way. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I should have just kept going in. And honestly, so if I hadn't talked to Joyce, if I had just gone in here and said, ah, screw it, I didn't really care about that anyway, would I have come out here to a total bloodbath and shit gone crazy? Maybe. If I hadn't talked to Joyce and just went straight to Evart and talked to him again, would his stuff really have changed? No. So I have a feeling this particular piece was pivotal for you as a player to decide. The cryptozoology stuff was whatever. We ended that. We were able to solve some stuff, give them some closure, whatever. But as far as Union and other stuff is, as it was all kind of a cluster game of whatever cat-mouse stuff he was putting me through to find all my things, to slow me down on the murder thing as well, to... I don't know. I don't know. I mean, once we get past this point, it's definitely... What's her name is going to be here. I have a great feeling about that. That's not just Harry thinking it. It's me, too. She's in here. I think we're going to say that for next episode. I know I kind of teased you guys in the beginning of this for this, but... Hell, I mean, Harry said it himself. My own curiosity really bit me in the ass. We should have just kept going, but it's alright. The game is meant to be played different ways for a reason. There's never a perfect playthrough. At least I don't think there would be for this game. It's meant to be like this. So guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.